Ready? Cut. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahema. Some people call me Riri, some people just call me Rahema or whatever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I really don't know why I decided to make this my first video. I feel like I should have started with like an introduction, but I feel like let's just jump to the shenanigans. Yes, shenanigans. Anyways, so yeah, today I'm gonna be telling a story time. I'm gonna be telling a story about how I got laced my freshman year of high school. This was my freshman year. I'm now about to be a freshman in college, which I took a gap year. But anyway, so this story this happened in January 2020, right before COVID happened. So I had a friend. We gonna call her Butterfly. So me and Butterfly have known each other since we was like in 5th grade going into 6th grade. So we go way back. And the school that we went to, we were like the only Africans. Mostly white people go there, and like a lot of black people that are like well off. Yeah. But y'all get the point. There wasn't that many Africans. So like, we was friends, and like we went to middle school together. Me, Butterfly, and my other friend, I'm gonna call her Cupcake. It was a Thursday. No, it was a Wednesday actually. So Butterfly comes up to me. She was like, "Oh yeah, at the time she was dating this one guy, which I was also friends with." And she was like, "Oh, so and so is gonna give me an edible, and I'm gonna bring her to school so we can try it." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, this wasn't my first time doing. Yo, how much sound like I was saying, this wasn't my first time, doing an edible. I was young. I was a freshman. I was just doing things just to do so, just because other people was doing it. Like, so dumb. Tomorrow comes by. She didn't bring it. It's Thursday now. And she was like, "Yo, yeah, he didn't, I didn't see him yesterday. And so I might see him today after school. And he's going to give me the stuff, and then I'm gonna bring it tomorrow, which tomorrow is Friday." So Friday comes. So me and Butterfly, we always met up like at this one particular spot in the hallways. So I didn't see her that morning. So I seen her second hour. So she comes out to me, "Bro, you could literally smell it. Like she it's just in her bag and you can smell it." She walked up to me and I'm like, "Yo, that is strong. Like, I don't even know how you got to this point here, but I could smell it just by you standing next to me." She like pulled it out. It was like this big. Okay, let me tell you, bro. It was an edible. It was a Rice Krispie edible. Whatever. So she pulled it out. It was like this big, like big. She like broke it in half. She gave me the other half, and she took the other half. I put it in my bag, and my friend, one of my guy friends, his name is Aaron. He was like, "Bro, what is in your bag? Like, I literally smell it." And he do that stuff. So he was like, "I can literally smell it. Like, can I have a piece?" I'm just like, "No, like, no." Second hour goes by. I go to my third hour. I didn't take a bite, but like I took a bite after third hour. Towards the end of third hour, I took the bite, and I'm walking to my next class, and I'm like, "Bro, this stuff is not even working." I seen butterflies in the hallways, and I'm like, "Bro, the stuff you gave me is not working." So she was like, "Oh, yeah, I just took a bite of mine too, and like I haven't felt anything yet." So we went to class, and we didn't even have a class together. Like, me and Butterfly never had a class together. We only met up in the hallways and like after school, during school activity. In my third hour or fourth hour, which was math class. Mind you, we was practicing for finals. So I'm in my math class. I'm by my friend. His name was Jalen. So we're sitting there, and like I'm solving a math problem, and all I felt was I felt like I just went into a whole different dimension. And I'm like, wait, what's happening right now? Oh, no, 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 no. Before that, I was like, you know how I said, like, oh, yeah, this stuff is not working. So I went to the bathroom and I took another bite and I went back to class. A few minutes goes by. That's when I feel like, I just feel like I just shifted into a whole different universe. So I'm sitting there like, bro, am I tweaking? I turned around and I looked at Jalen. I'm like, bro, look at me. Am I good? He was like,
No, you don't look.
I said, okay, maybe I'm just tweaking. Like, and I just started laughing. Like, nothing was funny, but I'm over here laughing. So I'm trying to solve a math problem, and I'm like, I don't get this. So I got up, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ask the teacher a question. So I went, and I'm like over here trying to be focused, like just ask the question. And so I asked him, he explained it to me. So I went back to my seat. A few minutes goes by, I'm just like, this Jalen is like, bro, he told me like you messed really up. Messed up. So the bell rang. We are going to, oh yeah, that was my 4th hour. I just remembered. Cause I had 5th hour lunch. So we went to lunch. I run into Butterfly again. Like we just kept running into each other. I don't know. Like, I mean, we was at school. I go to lunch, and mind you, I don't eat school food that day. I did. When I tell you I devoured like the whole plate, I was eating other people's food. That's the y'all know how it get. Like when you get the munchies, you just want to eat everything. So I'm over here like just laughing. I just feel like I'm in La La Land at this point. Like everything is just rainbows and butterflies, unicorns, who knows. So I'm over here just eating, asking people for their food when I don't even eat that food. And then I was sitting by my friend Aaron, and he was like, bro, yeah, you're not okay.
And I'm over here like, what are you talking about? I am fine. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
So my eyes at this point, they're like red, and I had to go to class my next hour. So Paige had some eye drops. So I'm like, bro, can you put some in my eyes? So she had put some in my eyes, and they did not work. My eyes they just got itchy. This is a long story. I'm tired. So I look pretty. So Paige gave me some eye drops, and we're still at lunchtime. The bell rung. At this point, I got up. I got up from my seat, like the lunch table, and I'm like, bro, Aaron, you have to hold on to me. Like I can't even walk. So here's Aaron just like holding on to me. Like he had his hand around me. My school was a big square. Like it was just a big square. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was a big square. So I went down the first hallway perfectly fine. I'm walking. I turned the other hallway. I can't even walk. I'm over here walking against the lockers. Everybody's just, I don't know if they was paying attention to me because I didn't even know what was going on. I run into Butterfly again. She is out of here. She is literally like just cracking up, laughing. Ain't nothing funny. I'm over here laughing too. Butterfly was with this girl that she shared her edible with, but I don't think the girl took a big bite. So she was just like just a little bit high, but not too high. And then she was with my other friend. We gonna call her D. So D is talking to me. She's asking me for my edible. So I'm like, bro, I don't even know where it's at. Like, bro, look at my bag. Maybe it's in my bag. So D took it. He took it out of my bag. They went to lunch. I was going to PE. So I'm just walking down the hallway, literally on the lockers, just like leaning on the lockers. And then I run into my friend JoJo. So JoJo's like, bro, Rahama, don't you ever do no dumb stuff like this ever again. So she was just like lecturing me. But when I tell you that was the last person I spoke to, he told me that. I'm like, okay, JoJo, like I gotta go to class. The bell's about to ring. I gotta go. So I turned that hallway. When I tell you when I turned that hallway, it's like I went in like Narnia when they go into that closet and it's like a whole different world. That's how I felt. So I turned that corner and I just started sprinting. When I say I don't even run, but that day I was a track star. I turned that corner and I just started sprinting, and then I ran into my this guy that I had the class with. He was like, yo, where you going? Class is this. So I'm like, I gotta go make a phone call. I gotta call my dad. Mind you, my phone broke like a week before this happened. My phone broke, so I didn't have a phone at the time, so I had to go use the school phone to, you know, make a phone call. I turned that corner and I went into the wrong office. Bro, when I tell you, it took me a minute to open that door. My hand is like this, trying to concentrate just to get that door open. So I ended up opening the door and I'm like, can I make a phone call here? She was like, no, this is the wrong office. Mind you, I knew this school. I've been going to this school for the past months. I knew my way around, but you know, at the time my mind was just, we was in Narnia. She was like, no, you gotta go back into the other office. And I'm like, okay. And I ended up going to the actual office that I was supposed to be in. I go in there, like I bursted in, like, you know how you just, and they're all looking at me like, what the hell? What the heck? What did I just try to say? Heck and hell. And I'm like, can I make a phone call in here? She was like, yeah, what's the phone number? I'm giving her my dad's phone number, but at the time my dad was in Canada, so I don't know what was going on. Like his phone wasn't going through, so I'm like 77 da 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 da. I gave her the phone number, and it's just going straight to voicemail. I'm like, bro, I'm literally about to die right now. I don't know what's going on. And she was like, is there a different phone number? I attempted to give her my mom's phone number. I didn't know my mom's phone number to heart, but like I knew a little bit. So I gave her, I don't know if I knew it or I just forgot. Like I was just so high that I couldn't remember. You know when you forget something and you just get anxious and then your heart rate goes up? That's how I was feeling. And being high too, that makes your heart rate goes up. And I was also running. So all that together was, I just felt like I was dying. So she was sitting at a desk and there was like a board, like, okay, so let's say this is the desk and I'm standing on this side, she's on the other side, and I just started kicking on the thing, on the, bro, English, ah, whatever that thing is, the desk. I just started kicking on it because I can't remember her phone number. And they're like, are you okay? Whatever was in that edible was making me suicidal. Because I looked at it, you know, like a jar of pans. I looked at it. My mind was telling me to take the pan and stab myself. That's how scary it was. Like when I tell you, I, hey, I could never relive that day ever again. Woo. So she was like, are you okay? I'm just like, can I get water? She was like, so she had a water bottle like next to her. But when I tell you, I snatched her water. Literally just snatched her water and I opened it and I started drinking it. The principals came and they took me to this little room. Well, it's like an office. And then they got me a new water, my own water. When I tell you that lady was so scared when I snatched her water. Till this day, every time I go to that school, she is traumatized. She's really, when I say I was so aggressive, like that, I don't know what was, it's like I turned into a whole different person. It's like, you know, like the Hawk, and it just like, yeah, that. It took me into this room, and then they started asking me questions. It was like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just in there like panicking, crying. Like, I don't know what's going on. Even myself, I don't know. You guys are asking the wrong person. And it was like, what did you eat? I'm like, I don't know. All I was saying was, I don't know. There was like a window and like you could see outside, and like there was like a street with cars passing by. Like I said, like the stuff was making me suicidal. So my mind was telling me to jump out the window and go in the street, go lay in the street and just get ran over by a car. They asking me questions. It was like, what did you eat? I ended up telling them. I was like, I had a Rice Krispie treat. They was like, oh, yeah, you know, they just had an idea that it was inedible. And it was like, who gave it to you? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. My heart rate was going up before that happened. When, you know, when she kept asking me, like, the phone number, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, you know, I was like, call 911. Call 911. I'm telling this lady to call 911. She's not listening to me. I'm like, why y'all not listening to me? Call 911. She was like, we can't call 911 because we don't know what's wrong with you. And I'm just like, call 911. That's when the principals came. They got me. They set me in there. They started asking me questions. Y'all asking the wrong questions. Call 911. So, yeah, they took me to the nurse. I don't know if they gave me something to calm me down, but like all I know is I started shaking. My heart rate was going up. Like when I tell you I was shaking, crying, it was just a mess. Like whoever was in there, whoever seen me like that, I feel so bad for them. Cause I was in there yelling at everybody. Cause why y'all not calling 911? I'm literally dying. Nobody's listening to me. I'm in there, call 911, call 911. They took me to the nurse. They literally laid me down, literally holding me down. Because I'm just like, oh, that was horrible. They ended up calling my mom. My mom is African. Yeah, you need to go to the nearest hospital right now. Well, I think they say nearest or like your local hospital. Because we're taking your daughter there. And then after that, that's when they call 911. After the ambulance came, and I'm still screaming. Like, I'm just, oh, yes. So they put me on there. Them kids are just, because it was passing period, they're just looking at me like, what the hell is going on? I feel bad for the people that had to see me like that. They took me in the ambulance, bro. When I tell you, that was the scariest experience ever. I don't think I ever want to go in an ambulance again. I felt like I was on my deathbed because I literally saw my grandma. She died 10 years ago. I really saw her when I was laying there. Like, I saw her. I feel like me and her was actually talking. That, bro, and the siren, I don't know what brought me back, but I think it was a siren. It was just so bad. Like, that experience, I don't wish that on anybody. We ended up getting to the hospital, the emergency room. And my mom, my mom is there with my little brother. And she's like, what's wrong with you? I'm in a wheelchair, mind you. They took me off the little stretcher. They put me in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. Y'all know who took me to the hospital? My principal. This man is traumatized till this day. Like, so my mom, she's there like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. And y'all, if y'all know my mom, well, obviously I don't. My mom is she's hardcore. All she kept asking me is, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. What did you eat? I don't know. Who did this to you? I don't know. And my brother came. My older brother, he came with my mom because my dad was in Canada. He started asking me questions. So the only thing I knew how to say was, I don't know. Because I don't know. And I'm not no snitch. Yeah, I didn't know anything. You guys are asking the wrong questions. Ask me if I'm okay, which I don't even know if I am. Like, I feel like I'm dying. And my principal's over here explaining to my mom what happened, what I had. Because we both tried to lie, like me and Butterfly. We both had different stories. That's how, you know, it didn't align. But anyway, so yeah, they started testing my blood. And then they had the little... And they was injecting me with something. Injecting. They had something hooked on the thing. You know what I'm talking about. You know the thing that they was putting in me? It, like, you know, brought me back to, you know, my calm self. They went and tested my blood, my urine, all that good stuff. And they came back with the results hours later after I done slept. They told me that the edible was laced with K2. They was trying to take me out the game. My mom was on the phone with Butterfly's mom, and you know, Butterfly's mom was telling my mom what just happened to Butterfly. And they were just like, oh my gosh, Toto, these kids, like, why are they doing this? Da 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 da, this, that, and the third. And he's like, Mungu wangu. Yeah, all that crazy stuff. Y'all know how African parents are really dramatic. She called my dad. My dad is not like my mom. My mom is like, ah, la, 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 la. My dad is like, yeah. Ended up getting discharged that same day, and I was at home. That weekend went by. My mom didn't shut up. Like, she was calling everybody, telling them it. Like, literally, that Monday, I ended up going to school. Well, I don't even know I went to school that day. They started telling me about how Butterfly also had, like, the same reaction to mine. They said, somebody told me, I don't know, I wasn't there. You know, I knew that I was messed up. I knew that I wasn't okay. I took myself to the office so I could get help. Butterfly, she was just trying to see it through. Like, somebody told me, like, she was just walking, and I don't know if she just fell, like, she just collapsed to the floor, and then they had to get her and take her to them. Yeah. My other friend, D, she's the one that they said she was in the middle of a presentation and she just collapsed. I don't know if it's true or not. Like, me and these girls, we never had this conversation ever since it happened. Like, Butterfly, they said she was walking and her legs just gave out. And yeah, but I don't know. I'm only telling my story here. They got their own stories to tell from school. That's one of the reasons why my mom was really so mad. Like, she was crying. This lady was, I came home that day and I told them I got expelled. She just started bawling her eyes out, and I'm like, it was me, Butterfly, and D that got expelled. The other girl, I don't know. Her dad worked for the school, so I don't know. She didn't get in trouble, which I feel like that was a tad bit weird. It's all in the past. That was 5 years ago. And one thing I can say is, guys, don't do things just because somebody said so. Don't get Don't get peer pressure. Just ever since that day, I didn't do nothing, bro. Like, that day literally messed me up. The way it messed with my brain, I feel like I'm still messed up till this day. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have friends. I couldn't go nowhere. COVID hit. I was just, when I was in therapy for 5 months just to recover from all those four traumatic things: COVID, getting expelled from school, being laced, not having friends, no source of communication with the outside world. When I tell you I was in therapy for 5 months, just trying to recover. Guys, don't do things, especially if you're African, you're any type of immigrants. Don't do things that you know does not align with your background or culture or anything. Just do what your parents came here for you to be better. Do better, be successful, go to school, do what you gotta do. Don't do drugs, don't do things just because your friends are doing it. Don't do it. Whatever it is, don't do it. Because it's gonna cost you your life. It's gonna cost you a lot. Trust me. Before you do something, think about it. Think about the consequences that come afterwards. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm just saying from my experience. I'm only speaking from experience because that's when I discovered anxiety, depression, all types of loneliness. I just felt like, I was on the earth to literally saying goodbye forever. So yeah, but anyways, that was the story time on how I got laced. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the hit the subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button and hit the little bell thing, because I will be uploading more videos. I will be trying to stay consistent, and yeah, but I hope you guys like it, and I will be doing a Q&A for my next video, just so you guys could get to know me a little bit more. Yeah. But anyway, bye guys.